Hey, how's everyone going? How's everyone's Monday?
Hey, how's everyone going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. What's happening?
Yeah, what's happening? We're on time. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my god.
That's right.
Hopefully our microphone is working.
We're probably picking up our
Our drink.
drink up in this mug.
It's on the other side. I wonder if anybody gets the reference. I know I wouldn't.
Yeah, unless you didn't have to hear it every 2 seconds because I play videos of that all the time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I find that kind of humor dumb, but also funny. So
Anyway, shouldn't we start the podcast?
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I swear, every time it's just really bad intros. I'm really sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe you can cut this part out.
The only people that are gonna know this is you and I, and people who watch that show. So everyone else is gonna be like over their head.
Oh well, whatever.
Yeah. So what's the big top story that you want to talk about?
The top story
Yeah.
today is that I made him tea earlier, and then he said thank you.
Oh yeah.
And he put the tea down on the counter, and then made himself another glass of tea because he forgot that I made him tea. Literally like 5 minutes after.
It was literally right in front of me, and then I go make myself some more tea, like she said, and then I was like, wait a minute, because she mentioned it. Like, wait,
Yeah,
did you already drink the tea already?
I was like, that was really fast. Did you just say already twice?
Anyway, we'll move on. I like how your drink is in a mug that's more like it's a dark joke, but it's also serious. But then mine's like a literal dumb joke. Put a drink up in this mug.
You sound like you're nervous.
And yours
Are you nervous?
And yours is like dark humor is like food. Not everyone gets it, because Anyway, so yeah, what's the big top story that you want to talk about other than the tea thing?
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So something big that happened this past week, well, I guess like before the weekend, was that Colorado did it again. They have decriminalized mushrooms.
Like shiitake mushrooms? Oh.
You know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
So they haven't legalized them, but it is decriminalized now. The official vote goes through on May 16th. So, I mean, I guess it could still like backfire. I don't know, because they're only winning by 1.6. What? They're winning by 1.6% of the vote. Damn, but they're still counting the votes from people who are like they're a resident of Colorado, but they live out of state.
So you're gonna start taking mushrooms now, because once everything's legalized, people are just start smoking crack and snorting that crack. What is it called?
You don't even know.
Crystal meth. They're gonna start doing all the hard drugs, because it's all legal, so we can do whatever the fuck we want now, because libertarianism, do whatever you want.
I'm gonna start using bath salts after this. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know how to use drugs. I would be like the worst.
Man, if you're on bath salts, you'd be chewing everyone's arms off, and because that's like the thing when everyone.
Why is that what you do when you're on bath salts?
How would you know?
That didn't make any sense.
I don't know. How did you know I was even on it? Like, you don't even know what I'm talking about.
No, because you just said that you would chew someone's arm off.
Well, there was those stories, whenever someone was high on bath salts and they were chewing on their skin or something, or biting literally, to bone, because they were just so high and whacked off of bath salts or whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, whatever.
So. Well, anyway, people use it for more than just recreational use. Not bath salts. I'm talking about mushrooms. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people use mushrooms to relieve anxiety and depression. Apparently, there's been studies showing that they have effects on that. From an article in CNN. Yeah, I know CNN, but a 2017 study published in the Journal of Nature showed that 47% of patients experiencing treatment-resistant depression showed positive responses after 5 weeks of using I can't pronounce that.
What is it? Psilocybin
Treatments.
Oh,
Mushrooms, basically.
Okay. So, someone in the chat said it works for PTSD. Is what mushrooms are good for.
I remember it was like about a year ago, or more than a year ago now. We were talking to Mike Brancatelli.
Mm-hmm. That was a while
he used
ago.
to be on Part of the Problem, right?
Yeah.
And
back in the early days, yeah.
What does he do now? He has his own podcast?
He has his own podcast, mainly about like the psychedelic stuff, hence the name Mycadelic is the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of more about the spirituality and philosophical.
I remember he talked about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was so long ago, I can't really remember
that
the
was
details.
that was the second live stream we ever did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When we had a really you think we have a shitty camera now? It was really shitty back then.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah, I think people were more mad about the audio though than the camera.
We know what's funny too. I don't know. We're talking about this now, but some people were mad at the fact that we were getting all these good names for.
They're like, "Why are you getting all these good guests, but your camera sucks?"
Yeah, your quality's terrible. But how do you get all these? How do you get Dave Smith on your thing? Like, what the hell? Like, and your quality's shitty.
Well, that was the worst podcast because the internet went out.
Yeah, it's missing at least 20 minutes of it. I don't know where it went. It is completely
very sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to mention the mushroom thing though, because usually, the thing with marijuana before, Colorado's kind of been the one who leads this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Oh man, the other story that I wanted to talk about. I remember I showed you this and you started going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's the guy from CNN? What's that guy's name?
Chris Cuomo?
No, Chris.
Oh, Chris Khaleesi?
Khaleesi.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Here, wait. Actually, I have the article. Let me pull it up because
he's like the editor.
Like the editor-in-chief or something. Yeah. Editor at large. Chris.
Yeah, Saliza. Yeah.
Saliza?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, he has a theory, and all the mainstream media is kind of running with this theory now.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the whole Russia Gate thing didn't work out too well. They couldn't get him out of office or whatever. Right. So now the new thing is, it's kind of circling back to what they did in 2016 too, saying that he won't accept the results of the election.
Mm-hmm.
But this time it's now we need to impeach him before we get to the election because he won't accept the results when he loses in 2020. That's their theory.
I mean, it's that they're just grasping for straws because literally grasping for straws because they lost. Hillary Clinton lost the election, and she's still talking about how the election was taken from me. It was stolen. It was in my grasp, and then I lost it. Which I guess technically maybe because she was pretty close to winning. I mean, people seem to forget that Donald Trump barely won. How many electoral votes they were, in between how many Hillary Clinton had as opposed to what Donald Trump had. It was 60, 70 electoral votes, whatever. But anyway,
mm-hmm.
But I mean, she's going on these dumb tours talking about how, oh, I can't believe, yeah, Donald Trump, he stole the election. It's all Russia's fault. It's like.
Yeah, and since that didn't work out, they're saying that we need to impeach him now before 2020 comes, and then he loses, and then he's gonna take over the government via a coup, and then they'll have a military uprising or something. I feel like they're banning people for conspiracy theories. Shouldn't this guy be banned now? This is ridiculous.
It's CNN though. It's okay. It's not like Paul Joseph Watson or Alex Jones territory. That's crazy. But this whole CNN, they're okay to do whatever they want. Come on, apple's an apple.
Whatever that means.
Facts are facts. We don't talk about fake news. We talk about the facts here at CNN.
That's why they said, yeah, real news, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what they're saying. They're saying, well, because he's talking about, illegals voting and whatnot, and saying that maybe the election could be skewed in 2020 because illegals are voting. It's not that much of a jump to say that he might overthrow the government in 2020.
You know what's funny about all this though? His theory or whatever, and his conspiracy theory, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They want like this guy is wanting to impeach Trump, not for any crime or anything like that. I mean, granted, obviously we're gonna say, well, he should be impeached for war crimes, whatever. But anyway, that's beside the point.
Yeah.
They don't even want him impeached for that. They want him impeached for the possibility of what may happen. Not like it's gonna happen, but like this could possibly happen. So, like it's so dumb. It's almost like, okay, I don't like you and I don't like what you're saying, but we're gonna have to respect each other and we're gonna work together. Okay, it's fine. But then someone looks at you and goes, I don't like the way your hair looks. I want you impeached because I don't like the way you look. It's like, really? Come on. It's not a crime because you don't like the way I dress. It's kind of the same thing. It's like Donald Trump's in office, right? Not everyone likes it. Okay, whatever. Vote him out if that's what you believe in. Vote him out in 2020 or whatever. Okay? But no, this guy, this editor at large, right? Editor at large at CNN, the editor at large, a big time job in journalism, to me, okay, CNN, whatever. But I don't know how many times I say, okay, CNN, I do like a little side note about CNN. Every single time we say CNN, it's like, oh, yeah, okay, we get it, CNN. Whatever. But anyway, he wants him impeached for nothing.
Conspiracy theories.
He's not. He doesn't want him, convicted or go to jail for something that he should be going to jail for or whatever. No,
because he might overthrow the government.
He might overthrow the government. He might take some of the military and have people, whoever the Democrat or whoever becomes the president after him or whatever. And no, I don't like it. So I want him impeached because I don't like to think that there could be a possibility that he's not going to like the results of the election, which is what they are saying in 2016, that Trump isn't going to. The Republicans were saying it too. Hey, if you don't become the nominee, are you going to accept those results, Mr. Trump? They weren't asking Ted Cruz. They weren't asking Ben Carson that. They weren't asking Rand Paul. They're asking Donald fucking Trump, hey, are you going to accept the results of not being the nominee of the Republican Party? Because they had that. I think that was like the first question they're asking. Are you going to rate? Or do you swear you're not going to run as an independent if you don't become a nominee? And everyone rose their hand except for Trump. Got him.
You know what's ironic about that?
What?
They spent the last, I don't know, what is it, 2 years now, not accepting the results of the election. So isn't it them who's actually not accepting the results of the election and trying to overthrow him?
You know what's also funny too is that they also say that Donald Trump is a fucking idiot, and yet he's capable of overthrowing the government by himself with some other people. Yeah, such a dumb fuck that he's able to do that. Wow, we're really giving him a lot of points there.
Yeah, like anyone's gonna actually can you imagine if he tried to overthrow the government? People would be like, huh, that's a good one. Okay, move on now. Go back to being whatever you were before, some billionaire who owns a bunch of companies.
I know. It's I don't know. It's a whole. It's stupid, There's more important things to worry about right now than wondering about if he's going to accept the results of 2020 if he loses.
Yeah, we're not even in 2020. We're not even in the election season yet.
Yeah, and there's like 1,000 Democrat nominees right now. I mean, we don't even know yet. And there's some people that are going to run as a Republican. Bill Weld is going to run against that motherfucker. So
Yeah, like he has a chance.
Have fun. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's like all these fucking people trying to get it, be president or whatever. Don't be surprised either if Hillary Clinton runs because that motherfucker has a lot of, she wants that power. So.
Yeah, they basically say, to sum up that article, they're saying, he's power hungry, so he won't let go of the power.
Yeah. I mean, Kim Kardashian is doing a lot, he's letting her get into his ear or whatever and doing, releasing all those people about criminal justice reform.
She's like the most libertarian one here, right?
Isn't that ironic? A television star, a TV reality star is doing more for the country than, actual politicians. 2 TV reality stars are doing a lot of the work. Granted, whatever your politics are, they're the ones doing the work. And that's it. So, The Apprentice, my ass.
I never watched that show.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess that's all we have to say about that, huh?
Do you have anything else to add to that?
No, I was gonna segue into Alyssa Milano's sex strike.
Oh yeah.
Shouldn't it be the opposite of that?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
no sex.
Like Kevin Brennan's tweet. Man, my wife won't have sex with me. I don't know if it's because of some thing that's going on or she just hates me. No sex strike for this guy. Anyway.
Don't our parents listen to this?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
But you know what I mean. Come on. You know the gist
I mean,
of
they
it.
do want us to, have a baby so they can have grandkids. So
Yeah. Anyway,
just
talk
so they
about
know.
the Alyssa Milano thing.
So it stemmed from a tweet calling for action. She made a new hashtag sex strike. But anyway, it says our reproductive rights are being erased until women have legal control over our own bodies. We cannot just risk pregnancy. Join me by not having sex until we get our bodily autonomy back. I'm calling for a sex strike. Pass it on. And then she followed up with that. I just thought it was funny that she said that it's too dangerous to have sex with men nowadays. Is she married?
I think so.
Does that mean that her husband is dangerous? Is she gonna not have sex with him too?
Man, I don't know how he feels about that, but he's probably jerking off every day now.
Yeah, that, or he's like, oh my God, I need to go to Georgia and change the abortion bills now. Because this all stemmed from an abortion bill that passed in Georgia recently, the heartbeat bill.
Is that like, I'm like kind of way off on that, so I'm not 100% on it, but is it where once you hear a heartbeat, you can't do anything with, you can't abort the baby? That's it? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of, there's like exceptions and stuff. I wanted to go through that bill also. I guess it kind of relates to her sex strike anyway, so I might as well read it.
Yeah.
I went through the actual bill because someone on Twitter told me, or I think it was Maya, told me that under the new bill, they would criminally investigate people who had miscarriages. But I couldn't find that in the bill, so I'm going to have to, if anyone knows what part of the bill that is, then let me know, because I couldn't find it. Maybe it's like worded weirdly and I couldn't understand it.
But just think about it, like if that was actually in there, being you're considered a criminal if you have a miscarriage.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't get a choice in your baby dying.
It would be like double worse because your child just passed away.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's wrong with me, but I've been watching tons and tons of miscarriage videos or like stillbirth videos on YouTube. Just in like my own research. Well, I was researching pregnancy stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then for some reason it went into that. And now it's like all of my recommended videos on YouTube are like about miscarriages. So I'm sitting there like listening to them at work, just like sitting at my desk crying. But anyway, yeah, so people, when they have a miscarriage, they treat it as if their child had, like they already had given birth to their child and they had passed away. It's the same thing, So I think that would be ridiculous if they were to criminally investigate to see what caused the miscarriage, because most of the time it's just a hormonal thing. Like women nowadays are low on progesterone and you need that to sustain a pregnancy. So stuff happens,
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of research on that, on the, your cycle and all that stuff, because, you've been
trying to be healthy myself. So,
and it's actually interesting because, when you're in that time where you get your period or whatever, like your face, starts to, what is it? That your hormones to just shoot up and become like really ridiculous and crazy, because it's what your body, like getting rid of the egg, right?
Yeah. You're talking about the second half after ovulation?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your body is either you're going to be pregnant and your progesterone's going to stay high, or your progesterone's going to stop or going to plummet, and then you would get your period. So
yeah.
But yeah, what does that have to do with the heartbeat bill?
I don't know. It's interesting because you were kind of hinting at it.
I'm actually, I've been researching it a lot, thinking about maybe doing something career-wise in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see.
But anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so I just wanted to read this part of the bill because I actually think it's pretty good. Like it's kind of what we've been talking about before. What?
No, it's just in the chat. Someone said every hole is dark. That's why it's called a hole. Sorry, that just made me
I
chuckle.
don't get it.
Anyway. Oh, and by the way, someone gave us $1.99 in the super chat.
Oh,
Thanks. Really appreciate it. Anyway.
All right. So this is under Section 2 of the bill, and it says they state the 14th Amendment as like showing personhood for the unborn baby. It says to protect the fundamental rights of all persons, specifically to protect the fundamental rights of particular classes of persons who had not previously been recognized under the law, the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution was ratified, proving that nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. And basically their bill protects the unborn children as natural persons now. If the medical professional, man, I can't talk, can find a heartbeat of the unborn child, which is usually around 6 weeks, but kind of when I've been like listening to a lot of these videos, they don't even check usually. Like if you're expecting to be pregnant and you take a pregnancy test or whatever, and you find out that you're actually pregnant, they don't normally even check that until like the 8th or 10th week. Yeah.
When does the heartbeat come in? Like around the 6th
week?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it actually a human then at 1 day?
Well, life begins at conception.
How dare you.
Because, well, I don't want to get into the whole abortion debate thing, but if you try to like be like, when does life begin? You kind of have to be consistent.
You're just a clump of cells. You're not really alive. You don't remember when you were a clump of cells.
I'm a clump of cells right now.
Yeah, but I can actually see your shape and your form. I can't see a clump of cells. What I mean, I don't know. What do they look like?
A clump of cells. Anyway, no. Some of like early miscarriages show that. What are you laughing about?
So, Lawai86 is in the chat. Hey, man, what's going on?
Oh, hi.
Hi. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go on.
You should do that. Hey there.
Hey there.
I can't remember what I was saying.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Sorry. Were you talking about being a clump of cells?
Oh, this is what I thought was interesting. In the bill, I don't know, because we don't have kids yet. I don't know how it is right now that you can claim your kid as a dependent. I don't know if they have to be born yet, but under this bill, what are you laughing about?
Could you imagine, like, I'm gonna depend? I gotta make my baby as a dependent. It's a clump of cells, okay? It's 1 week old. It's not even the shape of a human yet.
No,
at all.
It says that you can claim your unborn baby as a tax dependent under this bill.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
We
really?
should go move to Georgia and get pregnant so we can get tax benefits.
Hey, Nick DePaula moved to Georgia, so.
Oh yeah, I don't know who that is, but I remember that.
Yeah.
Why does my hair look so puffy?
I don't know. Humidity.
Anyway, no one talks about that part. Do normally people claim their kids as dependent before they've been born, or is that a new thing?
I don't know. I mean, how are people gonna know? Like, how's the IRS gonna be like, man, is that an actual person? Like, are they gonna come to our house?
No, they have deemed that if you have a heartbeat, then you have personhood, so you have natural rights as a person, which means under the tax law you can claim them as a dependent because they are a person.
It's too complicated. We should just no more tax. Just end all taxes.
But yeah.
How are you gonna fund the government? I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, that is kind of interesting how you can do that. I guess because you're feeding the baby through the umbilical cord, or what's it called?
Oh my god, you need to that's right, but you need to aren't we supposed to have a baby?
Well, soon? Yeah, but
not yet. I'm not pregnant yet, but I mean like sometime in the next year.
I would hope so, yeah.
So you better get your, what is it called?
I gotta do my research on man stuff. Like, how can I get my sperm count up?
Yeah, you got to take American ginseng.
Not the Korean ginseng, because Koreans
apparently.
suck.
Okay.
Anyway,
I can't remember what I was gonna say now.
You're talking about.
I wanted to circle back to the sex strike. So people have been going crazy about it online, which makes me feel like it's all like a big stunt just to, like, who's actually gonna do that, you know?
I mean, Alyssa Milano just wants attention, you know?
And I feel like, a lot of people who are pro-life are saying, like, well, thank you. Now you're preaching abstinence. This is good.
A lot of people were
getting
saying
there,
that,
you know? Which is ironic.
You know what's funny? I bet when she was tweeting that, I bet you she wasn't even thinking about abstinence. She's like, this is going to be great. Everyone's going to support me for this.
I know a lot of feminists were even mad, though.
That was funny. That was
because they were like, so women are like a commodity. Like, we hold a product that we sell to men. Like, we sell our bodies. And then she didn't even respond to that. So,
yeah. Well, Alyssa Milano was advocating for an edit button on Twitter, so there's that too.
Oh, I can get behind that.
Yeah, there you go. So, Lauai just gave us $10. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, you know, for all the times we supported him on his podcast. I promoted it on Twitter. So you're welcome, man.
Oh, come on.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna read his chat because he said, if you guys aren't subbed to these legends, y'all are a clump of cells.
Oh my god. You should screenshot that.
That's great. Okay. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that.
So sorry for anyone who's listening to this on iTunes later. You're not going to understand. But oh well. Yeah, by the way, guys, we decided that we're going to keep doing this live from now on. Because we don't have any videos on our YouTube anymore. All we have is like podcast videos of audio. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, and also, I guess to kind of take not like a break, but it's kind of a little side note about the podcast. Yeah, like you're saying, this is pretty much how we're going to do it now because we kind of were just experimenting with the podcast, really. First we were kind of just doing audio, kind of improvising a little bit. But I don't know, every time we do live streams, even though we're awkward and, nervous all the time, we seem to always do okay,
Yeah.
What, you think I'm wrong? You're looking at me like I'm fucking crazy or something.
You are.
Oh.
But not because of that.
Oh.
All right. All right, so this is the best part of the podcast. We're going to talk about some weird stuff.
This is the reason why you should subscribe to us. Whenever she talks about weird news and I react, perfect. Well, and she reacts.
Well, I think you've already seen this one, and I'm sure everybody's already heard of this, but we just need to talk about it because this is an epic Florida man story.
Well, yeah, I mean, come on, it's Florida. They're the most libertarian state in the nation,
Wait, I have one more Florida man story. It's not. I didn't even plan this one, but I just thought of it. I saw it today. Do you remember the guy who made the GoFundMe for the Build the Wall campaign thing, and he made like $22 million?
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently,
was it a lie?
It was a lie.
Oh, yeah.
And he bought himself a yacht.
Oh my God! Even the Build the Wall people are fucking crazy.
So, build that yacht.
Yeah, build that yacht. Give me that $22 million for a yacht? Jesus Christ, man.
Well, not the whole thing.
Oh, I was about to say, what kind of fucking yacht you buying? Like a fucking 5-story yacht? A fucking double-decker yacht?
How can you say yacht so weird?
I don't know.
Yacht.
Yacht. TV.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, back to the actual story. Everybody knows about the Florida man last week who had an "I eat ass" sticker on his car. And apparently that is against the law in Florida.
What's that?
To have obscenity.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Obscenity on your car. So the police officer stops him and said, you need to remove at least one letter so it doesn't say ass on it. And he refused because he said he was protected under the First Amendment. So then he got arrested.
Sir, why are you in jail for? I had an "I eat ass" bumper sticker on my car. Wow, I'm in for double homicide. Can't believe they have you in jail. What the fuck, man? What the fuck's this world coming to? That's what I said to the officer, but the motherfucker still put me in
I
handcuffs.
thought this was America.
Oh, and by the way, thanks, Dan, for $2. Really appreciate that.
Oh, thank you.
Just to support the future Hapa overlords. Hey, be careful what you wish for, man.
Why? What are you planning on doing?
Anyway,
It's like,
thanks, Dan. Really appreciate that.
What are you going to do? Like mandate that every white person marries an Asian person?
Hey, one child policy. Gotta have at least one child with an Asian lady. There you go.
Even if you're already married to someone else?
Could you imagine if that was actually a rule? If someone did that, you have to have sex with at least one not white person. Because I mean, hey, you know, we hate white people already. So.
Oh my God! Don't give them ideas.
You know what's funny? If I said any other race than what I just said, that would be considered hate speech.
This is probably going to be demonetized anyway.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, well, anyway, to follow up with my story, the charges were dropped against the guy because it went to the Supreme Court, and he was ruled that he was innocent and protected under the First Amendment.
I bet when the Supreme Court got this, they're like, wow, this is like the 1,500th least crazy thing we've ever seen coming to our desk. Wow.
I think it would be fun.
I eat
like
ass.
It's like, what are you researching? I'm researching whether I eat ass is protected under the First Amendment.
Well, you know those guys that have those trucks, and you see those they have those little balls hanging on the truck. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's protected in the First Amendment. Every time I see it, I'm like, really?
No, when I first moved back to Pennsylvania with my parents or whatever, when I was like 11,
when you were 11,
yeah, we moved back and forth a lot. Anyway, so
right.
I'm not a military brat. My parents just can't decide where to live. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Anyway, when we moved back to Pennsylvania, our neighbor had one of those like ball sacks hanging from his truck. And my parents were like, what the hell is that? And they finally went up to him and they're like, this was like after weeks of like deciding whether to tell him or not. They're like, you know, you have ball sack on your truck.
And they're like, yeah, we put that there like a year ago.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Who cares?
Yeah, they were like, yeah, actually, you know, we just do that on purpose. And my parents were like, oh, okay.
What if instead of that, someone said like they had a bumper sticker said like I suck dick, but it was a gay couple? Would that if they and the cop arrest them because, you know, I suck dick is bad? Would they also be
well, if it was a gay cop, maybe he'd stop him and
a gay cop?
Oh.
Well, I was gonna say if it's a gay couple and they arrested them because they had the I suck dick or I love dick, you know, bumper sticker or whatever.
Someone's gonna just cut this part out of the podcast of you saying that you love dick.
You know, and no, but wouldn't that be considered like a hate crime too?
I don't know. You're gonna have to ask.
I'm like
Florida.
I'm throwing all the types. I'm
I
throwing all kinds of awesome questions at you. I can't talk, man. What the hell?
Oh my God. You don't know this story, but I saw it today.
Well, I'm glad. That's the whole point.
Someone sent me this because, you know, that whole like knife ban in the UK.
Yeah.
So I commented on that because they were confiscating.
How are you gonna cut your steak?
Yeah, I know.
With the spoon?
The hell? They said if you go outside with a knife and you're caught with the knife, then it will land you in jail for that. So, you know, you can't have a cookout. Or everything has to be pre-cut or something. I don't know. Well, anyway.
Jeez.
So the police department was like tweeting about that. And then I said something about that you're not taking away my knives or something. And that I was glad I don't live in the UK. And then someone else posted an article. This just happened on May 12th. This is out of NPR. In Arizona, it's no longer a felony to own nunchucks.
Man, Bruce Lee died 40 years too early. That would have been awesome. Could you imagine Bruce Lee? Like, doing it illegal now. I can't just be like, you know.
You know what's funny about that?
What?
People started carrying nunchucks around because of Bruce Lee. They
Right.
said there was like an influx of people carrying them around since 1970s. And so they had to outlaw them.
Wow.
And it was a Republican governor, Doug Ducey, who signed the bill removing nunchucks from a list of prohibited weapons that also includes bombs, gun silencers, and automatic firearms. So I guess you can get away with your nunchucks now.
It's so funny though that nunchucks was considered a dangerous weapon, and yet like the other ones you said, like gun you can shoot long range. Nunchuck, it's literally like as close range as possible, like a knife. So I don't know.
Apparently, in New York, a similar bill tried to go through last year, saying that it was protected under the Second Amendment, but it was shot down because New York.
Where was that? Oh, New York, right?
Yeah.
Man, New York, man.
Supporters of the bill in Arizona are celebrating, saying that people who use the weapons for martial arts are unlikely to use them to commit a crime.
Well, yeah, I would think so. That's true because it's all about self-defense and
Mm-hmm.
keeping your cool, man.
I don't know. Wouldn't that be hilarious if, like, a few days later there was like a headline saying like, "Man assaulted with nunchucks"?
Your face would look pretty bad. Nice and bruised and bloody, I would think. And puffy.
You know what's funny about that? My brother had nunchucks.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Did he use them to kill people?
No, he hung them up on his wall, along with his sword.
With his sword?
Mm-hmm. He had a sword.
Hey, I'm pretty sure in Texas it's legal to carry swords, right?
Yeah, it is. You can have open carry of swords here. They're expensive, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Swords are fucking expensive. Just swore, and now we're gonna really get demonetized. Although we did say ass before, so I guess.
Well, I said fuck.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe we should watch more Tim Pool videos. He's really good at not getting himself demonetized.
I recently watched a Tim Pool video, and he said that he's gonna
Does
stop.
not give a shit anymore?
No, he's gonna stop doing the like sit down at the computer and read the article and give his opinion. He's gonna stop doing that, and he's gonna start traveling again. Because he said he feels like he's been like locked up in his room for a year, which basically he kind of has been. So.
Well, that's kind of how his claim to fame was, doing all that on the on the scene type of stuff. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I don't know. Watching that kind of made me think, and I'm like, I wonder what it would be like to just be completely disconnected from all social media for like 90 days.
That would be crazy. Like what your perspective on life would be after that. Because before, say like the last news story was all you knew was about the sex strike thing. That was the last thing you knew about, right? And then after 90 days, what's that news story going to be during that time? You're not going to know.
Yeah, you would miss a lot, which could be a good thing for your mental state, to be honest.
Yeah. Twitter can definitely have that effect on you, that's for sure.
And with that note, we're going to talk about another clickbait story.
Oh, yeah.
This is out of Metro, UK. Man buys tarantula because he can't stand his mother-in-law and wants her to stop coming around.
Well, his mother-in-law wasn't she like afraid of spiders? I can't remember what that phobia.
Yeah,
like
arachnophobia. I have that really, really bad, and I'm like not enjoying this article because it has a giant picture of a tarantula and it's freaking me out.
It would freak me out too if it was like right there, but seeing in the picture doesn't freak me out. But
do you remember that time there was a huge spider on the wall? It was like,
and then I smashed it.
It was like this big. Like the body was like this big, and then when he smashed it, it like went all over everything. It was disgusting.
Nice protein. We cooked it, and put some salt and pepper on it. It was nice.
What? I was reading the article while you were saying that.
You didn't know that I put it in your drink because you got some spider in you now.
I wonder if that thing about how you eat spiders when you're sleeping is true. It better not be true.
I don't think it is.
Like, why would a spider willingly climb into your mouth and then die? Like, doesn't that seem dumb?
I mean, all the spiders you're eating, you should be having like awesome protein, right?
Or poison. Anyway, in the article, he said that his mother-in-law had no boundaries and like came over all the time, so he decided to just buy a spider.
And now she never comes by again. And now they're divorced.
Maybe.
Because the wife was like, "How dare you do that to my mom? I'm divorcing you."
Wow. He said his wife even backed the idea because she's sick of her mom.
Damn.
That's sad.
Maybe why don't they just move?
I know, right? Why do you have to get a pet spider in order to get your parents?
Because what
to
that
not
spider
come
gets
over?
loose and then it bites your kids if you have kids or whatever, pets. Or,
I heard that tarantulas are kind of more safe than other spiders, though. I don't know. I'm not gonna find out.
You want to get a pet tarantula?
No.
Oh. That's not good.
Why, you wanted one?
No, but I mean they're good for killing bugs and stuff.
So you'd be willing to let a spider
Well,
live in the
obviously
house?
not. I mean, I'm not in outside of whatever cage it is. I don't know.
Can you imagine if people kept like regular spiders as pets? That'd be disgusting.
Well, Japanese people keep crickets for pets.
We did a whole episode before, like, or part of an episode about a guy who like married a cricket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, he was from Japan, so you know how it is in Japan. They married bugs.
Yeah.
Um,
So we got another super chat for $1. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate the support.
Don't you love our awesome background? We have to buy a wall. Like, we still haven't bought a wall yet.
Yeah.
So in order to block our kitchen area, we just put our clothes there.
Oh, we got another one for $1 from the same guy. Thanks, man.
Now we can buy a wall. Well, hopefully. I'm just surprised that Misha hasn't knocked over anything yet.
Yeah, now you say that.
Oh, and then if you want to do a Kick Vic update.
Oh yeah.
There are people now saying that he should be, I don't know if anyone knows the situation, but Vic Mignogna should be convicted because the victims are now experiencing dreams of him. So basically they're saying, like, I had a dream that he assaulted me. So obviously that means that, he actually assaulted me in real life.
That's like the Minority Report, where you get put in jail for a crime you haven't committed yet. So basically, what they're saying is that, well, he hasn't done it yet, but he might because he's a creep. So I don't know. That whole situation with that is just really crazy, and I haven't really looked into it as much as I was, but it just seems like it's getting more and more fierce because it looks like not just obviously with Vic Mignon, his legal team, but now the other side's got a legal team. Like because when he came out with that when his lawyer came out with that lawsuit or whatever against those voice actors and whatever, I think they counteracted that with their own or something like that. I can't remember.
They wanted a motion to dismiss.
Yeah, they basically wanted them to say, "Hey, come on, stop it, come on." We don't want to go to court, which is weird because then they were tweeting about, "Yeah, we can go to court. It's all in a court of law. It's the only way we're going to be able to know all the facts." And then when a court of law, actually going into a court of law is now a big possibility, a very good chance you're going to go into a court of law. They're like, "No, we don't want to."
Well, that's because they don't want to have to say all that stuff under oath because they're probably lying.
Yeah, and I mean, I like I said every other time we've said this, if it actually comes out that Vic Mignogna has there's actual proof that he's done any of this stuff, then yeah, he deserves all the to be a criminal and all that stuff, deserves to go to jail, all that stuff. But I don't know, I haven't seen any other than people tweeting about it and him, because I've seen him at conventions, and yeah, he's a very handsy on
but he's like that with everyone.
Yeah, and some of the people that he does it to aren't definitely not, I guess, of age. But he's not just gonna be like, "Oh, you're 13? Oh, come on, let me give you a nice big French kiss on the mouth." It's like, come on, really? You really think this dumb fuck is gonna do that? Come on, really?
Yeah.
He's not that stupid. And generally, if and I don't know, I could be wrong, but most of the time I would think their parents are there saying, "Yeah, that's fine. I'm here. She wants to meet you. She loves your work, whatever."
Yeah, and most of the time, whenever we went to conventions, the younger people always had their parents or like one of the parents with them. So
yeah.
And I mean, like, if he actually assaulted someone, like, or touched someone inappropriately, in one of those lines, don't you think there would have been like lots of people watching?
Yeah. I mean, Constaff would have been like, whoa, what the fuck? You know, I mean, come on. Vic Mignogna isn't some, you know, he's not like Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt. I mean, maybe in the anime world he is, but in terms of like in everywhere else, he can go any other area and hardly anyone will know who the hell he is, you know? So I don't know. It's just there. I don't know. For at least for me, there's no real, I don't see the evidence, you know, I just don't see it, you know, and
It just seems like the Twitter brigade, you know?
yeah.
Coming off of forums, you know, those gossip forums where they're all anonymous. That's where this one that I was talking about just now came from. They're saying like he should be convicted because I had a dream that he assaulted me.
Yeah. That's crazy,
like, really?
you know? Yeah. And
I mean, what if I had a dream that you cheated on me? Should I break up with you now?
I know, right? Hey, I dreamed about it, so
We're getting a divorce.
Yeah. So Stan sent another $2, and this time he said, "Feel like you should address the Kittanzilla tweet."
Oh yeah.
Your super viral tweet that
So
you
for
did.
people who follow me on Twitter, I finally got a viral tweet.
Like really viral. I was like, holy shit.
It's up to 51,000 likes or something
As
like
of right
that.
now, yeah.
Yeah, my whole page is about like, I don't know, libertarianism and shit posting or whatever. But then the tweet that goes viral, the one about cats taking over the world.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So I guess that's what the people want to hear. They want to hear about cats taking over the world.
So how do you feel about cats?
I don't know. Where's my cat? Oh, she's asleep. She's being a good cat.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about dogs? Oh,
All right.
You just made people mad now.
I don't know. Dogs always tried to kill me when I was a kid, so.
Yeah. I like dogs, but I like cats more if I had to choose one.
Dogs are a lot harder to take care of, I think. Because you have to like let them out to use the bathroom. As like for Misha, she can just, go use the kitty litter. That's it.
Yeah. So before we go, I want to say one more thing about the Vic Mignogna thing. And that is Nick Rekieta, who does he has a YouTube channel. He's talked about this situation a lot. He's a lawyer and knows a lot about, well, I would think almost everything about the law, or at least has a pretty good general idea of it. Then there's people who are like on social media who think they know better. I'm not gonna pretend I know everything about law, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just recommend watching his stuff, and also that umbrella guy, the hey there, that guy, hey there.
That's how he starts every video.
Hey there, I love that umbrella guy.
That's what Ty Beard said, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ty Beard is Vic Mignogna's lawyer, by the way.
Yeah. So yeah, anything else that you want?
And he has an office right near us, actually.
Yeah. Pretty close.
So if we ever need legal help.
I know, right? So, anything else that you want to say?
There's nothing else that I want to say.
Ever?
That's it, guys. I'm done.
All right. Well, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I mean, you're watching this, so hopefully you want to subscribe if you like what we're, saying or doing, whatever.
Or if you're listening to this on iTunes, please rate, comment, and subscribe.
Yes,
even though we're probably going to put the insert in the beginning that says that already. So sorry that I'm repeating myself.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to help support our stuff and the show and everything else that we do, donate to our PayPal. All the links will be in the description here, and also in our podcast links as well.
Yep.
You can buy merch using our promo code HAPA at libertariancountry.com. You get 10% off. And also Infinite CBD.
Infinite CBD.
Use promo code HAPA10, HAPA10, the number 10, and you get 10% off. So There you go. There's our plugs, I think, for everything, right? It's pretty much everything, though. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So that's going to be it for us. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching and listening. And we'll see you next week, right?
Yep. Next week, Monday at 8.
That's right. So, all right. Now you know what's happening.
Oh, my God. All right. Bye.
Bye.